As you guys know, I talk to a lot of men in my DMs on Instagram. If you haven't sent me a DM on Instagram, send me a DM. I'd love to hear from you. At Narrowwayman. I speak to tons and tons of guys. And a lot of them are gun shy. A lot of them are scared to talk to me because they're like, oh, he's a grifter, he's a guru, he's a course seller, he's going to scam me, he just wants money. Bro, I talk to so many guys that I never expect to see any money from all the time. And I love what I do. And it is sad what the coaching space has become. It's sad what the online information space has become. It's full of grifters. I do what I love and I make money so I can keep doing it. I'm not in this because I wasn't making enough at my last job. I totally was. Left on a very good note. And yeah, I did not leave there because I needed more money. That's for sure. I was talking to this dude, right? And as you guys can probably surmise from that little intro, he never became a client, and I don't expect that he ever will. And I figured he probably wouldn't pretty quickly into the conversation, but we continued talking for quite a while after that, and we're still talking in the DMs after having a couple of in-person or Zoom calls as well. And this guy, he's been on my mind a lot. I'm not going to say who he is, obviously, but we'll just call him James, right? We'll just call him James. That's not his name, but James is like so many guys I talk to, right? And the stories are all a little bit different, but they all have some common themes, okay? So here's James's story, right? He's working a job, and it's a decent job. It's okay. It's not the best. James has never been the most confident guy. He's never been the smoothest with the ladies. He's in his late 20s, and he's never had a relationship. He's dated a little bit, been rejected a couple times, but he's never really had a bunch of success or any success really with women. Nothing long term, and not from the type of woman that he wants. His career is okay, but he's not happy with it, right? His physique is, he's been in the gym on and off, haven't we all? Like, it's not really there. His fitness is not really there. And, lust could be better, it could be worse. Like, he looks at the dirty website sometimes he doesn't, He's just kind of okay, He's like so many guys, and I can see his face. I can see the office he sits in because I was on a Zoom call with him. I can see his expressions. He's just like, yeah, man, yeah. And he's on a call with me because he, like so many of the men I talk to, they get this little itch. It's like, man, there's something more. There's something I'm missing. There's some sort of a gear that I'm not tapped into. And that was true for James as well. And the reason I knew, and I would love to be wrong on this, but the reason I knew that he would never work with me was because he fell into the trap that so many modern Western men fall into. And it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. It's the trap of feeling okay. It's the trap of being comfortable in mediocrity. And so many men have some variation of that. Some of y'all watching this, maybe you have a good career, but your health and fitness is not the best. Your social life is not the best. Your spiritual life is not the best. Your relationship to your sex drive is not the best. Your relationship to women is not the best, but you have a good career. And that's kind of your thing. And then others of you, maybe you're actually really fit. You're a gym rat, but the rest of it sucks. And you can't ever make progress in the rest of it. Or maybe it's just like average. It's okay. It's above average. But there's something more. Right? There's variations, but so many men are in the same spot, more or less. And here's the trap that they all fall into, that I used to be in too. It's when you can do well enough to not be in pain or fear of pain. This guy, James, his job moved to another state. And they said, hey, James, you got to come with us. If you want to move, if you want to stay with this company, which allowed him to work from home, have a very flexible schedule. He said, hey, we're moving, we're going in office, and we're moving hundreds and hundreds of miles, several states away. If you want to stay with us, you have to come with us to be in office in the new place. And James was comfortable where he was at. He didn't want to move. He said, no, I'm just going to stay here. Right? He's on the call with me telling me all this. I'm like, well, are you going to be okay? You're going to have enough money? Like, just to quit? Like, do you have anything lined up? He's like, no, I don't have anything lined up. I've been applying here and there. Nothing lined up. I said, do you have any money, like, to get you through this time? He's like, yeah, I got a little bit of money. I could just sense that the complacency coming off of him. It's just kind of shrugging it off, numbing it, right? He knows something's wrong, but he's numbing it with this, it's whatever, it's fine, right? This nonchalantness, it's this pandemic of nonchalantness, right? And I stay in touch with him. The job ends, it moves. He's no longer working with them because he didn't move. He's jobless. It's been months now that he's been jobless. And every now and then I'll send him a DM and be like, hey, James, how's it going? Oh, nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. I hope that he comes to the end of his money and nobody helps him. And he's in enough pain to where he gets himself into gear. The reason he got on a call with me was because he knew something wasn't right. And he's trying to fix it. He's trying to level up. He's trying to improve it. He had this sense that so many of you do, that something's not right. And you need to fix it. But when push comes to shove, most men don't. Because they want to stay comfortable. And guess what? If you want to work one-on-one with me, you're not going to be comfortable. For multiple reasons. One is because it's going to be a stressor on your finances. I'm not cheap, okay? I'm not a therapist. We don't sit and vent about feelings. We do hard inner work. There's growth assignments. There's exercises. There's stuff that your therapist wouldn't do, your pastor wouldn't do, your dad wouldn't do, your friend wouldn't do. And all my clients can tell you this is true, okay? I will make your finances a little bit uncomfortable, although I always work on budget for guys who need it. We can get it paid off. I have a guy I'm thinking of right now. He paid his off very quickly. He was already in debt. Now he's coming out of debt. He's already paid off the program. He's very hopeful about his finances now. He's better than he's ever been before. But it's not going to be comfortable, okay? And the reason why you're stuck is because you want to stay comfortable. And you might say in your conscious mind, you might be like, no, I want to grow. I want to change. You don't, bro. You don't. You know how I know that? Because I can look at your life for the past 5 years. I can look at your body. I can look at your bank account. I can look at your social life. I can look at your career, and I can tell you exactly what you want. You got it. Comfort, complacency. What you sow, that you will also reap. And before that, Paul said, do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. What you sow, that you also will reap. It's so simple. If you plant lemon seeds, you get lemon trees. Why did he say, do not be deceived? He said, do not be deceived because we fall for that dumb idea. Oh, I'm going to sow seeds of mediocrity, complacency, apathy, comfort seeking, dopamine addiction. I'm going to sow those seeds, but then I'm going to let go and let God, and something different is going to happen. No, what you sow, that you will also reap. And you've been sowing these seeds of mediocrity, apathy, complacency for years, if not decades. And then you get on a call with me and I'm telling you, hey, we're about to sow some different seeds. We're about to get some different crops. And you're like, oh, actually, you know what? Timing's not right. Oh, okay. Yeah, listen, I know homie could have afforded it. I know he could have. And by the way, I didn't even pitch it. I didn't even try to get him to buy it. I didn't even try to sell him on anything. I could just smell it. I was like, he's not ready. Okay? I'm not a pushy salesman. I don't want to work with somebody who's not ready to get uncomfortable. I'm not going to try to pressure you. That's like trying to push the kid off the cliff that doesn't want to jump. That's not going to end well. He's going to hate you. He's going to hurt himself. It's going to be an ugly deal. No, I ain't going to push you off the cliff. If you want to go, let's freaking go. But if you, no. I didn't even offer my services to this guy. And I probably never will. Because he wants to stay comfortable. Right? And so many of us want to stay comfortable. Because we're sold the dream of consumerism. We're sold the dream of, oh, the vacation and the nice, comfortable sleep number bed and the silk sheets and the fuzzy slippers and the DoorDash, the comfort food, the little high noons in the fridge, the little Vladimir Zelensky in the lip. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling, right? And then you trick yourself. You get on your Instagram, you get on your YouTube, and you're like watching David Goggins and Alex Hormozi and Andy Elliott and Pedro Sculian and all these characters that are amping you up. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to change. Some of you do that with me. Some of you use me to mentally, I'm not going to say that, kind of self-stimulate. You know what I'm saying? I don't want YouTube to censor me. You guys know where I was going. Some of you are using me for that. You're going to watch this video and you're going to be like, yeah, I'm so convicted. I'm going to change. And then you won't, bro. You're using this to stay comfortable. You're using video games to stay comfortable. You're using dirty websites to stay comfortable. Because with watching videos like this and playing video games and watching sports and watching the dirty websites, you can kind of picture yourself in the shoes of the guy that's doing the thing that you won't do. You can kind of picture yourself in the guy that, oh, he's conquering, he's achieving. He's doing his thing with a beautiful woman. He's living his dream. And you can get on his side and be like, yeah, that's so cool. But you're not doing anything, bro. That's how you justify staying comfortable and staying mediocre, right? Is you vicariously project yourself into these other men doing things that you can't or won't do, right? Bro, I remember I had checked all the boxes. I had graduated with straight A's. I had got a job in the Walmart World headquarters. Now, granted, it was at the bottom of the rung, but I moved up, boom. And then I moved up again, boom. And I found myself in the social media department of Walmart in the home office where I'm from in Bentonville. I was making good money. By myself, I was bringing in a household level income at the age of, well, how old was I then? 22, 23? I think I was 22. Doing good, in good shape, leading worship at church, leading young adults group at church. I had just gotten married to conservative, cute, in shape Christian girl. Everything was going great. And I would go to my Walmart World headquarter job. It was a clean 40 hours a week too. It wasn't anything crazy. Very predictable. And I hated it. Why? Not because the work was bad. The work was fine. The team was fine. The hours were fine. The pay was good. Everything was good. It was comfortable. But that dog in me wasn't sleeping. That dog in me said, no, something's not right. Something's not right. I don't like this. I don't like this. And I thank God that he didn't let that dog in me fall asleep, because You're a man, bro. You are a man. Own it. Own who you are. Own who you've been made to be. You were not meant to be comfortable. That is a lie. You weren't even meant to be happy. That's for girls, bro. Yeah, you can have fun, you can have joy, you can have happiness, but that's not supposed to be what you're striving for or your default state. Comfort, security, happiness, we work for that so that our women can have it, so that our children can have it, but that's not for us. No. You're not meant to be comfortable. You're not meant to be happy. Those things come and go in little pieces. You are meant to be fulfilled. You are meant to be poured out in the pursuit of a higher purpose. And that higher purpose involves growth and pain and discomfort at every level. And if you are not experiencing that as a man, then that dog in you is going to die. And I thank God He didn't let that dog in me die. But so many of you, it's just sleeping, it's drugged, it's numbed. Because you're yanking the chain to the dirty websites. You're eating crap food. You're doom scrolling your brains out every second you get. You're avoiding real conversations with real women. You're not even going to the gym and training hard. You're not doing any of it. Yeah, I can't help you, bro. I can't help you. You're definitely not going to want to work with me. You know what it's going to take? It's going to take major pain. And here's the problem. Because of our modern Western society, you can go, if you're a little suburb, like a suburb, guy who has a decent little job, it can be kind of a white collar, it can be kind of a blue collar. If you got a decent job and you're in the suburbs somewhere, flyover state, cost of living's not that bad. Maybe it is, but you still got food in the fridge, bills are still paid. You might got a little credit card debt, but a little student debt, a little car note, but you're staying on top of it somewhat. If things got real bad, mom and dad they're over here. Maybe you're living with them right now. On paper, bro, there's some stuff that needs to change, but you're still, you're chilling, you're comfortable, you're all right. You're not going to change. Why? Why would you? Why would you, bro? You're not going to want to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Your whole life is optimized to be comfortable, bro. What would have been uncomfortable is for you to figure out a way to meet your needs and take care of business without getting into debt. But it was more comfortable just to get into debt, wasn't it? I've been there. Shoot. I can't judge. I know what it's like, bro. I know what it's like. No man is softer. No man is softer than he who has numbed his pain, but is neglecting his purpose. No man is softer than the man who has numbed his pain, but neglected his purpose. And that is so many of you. It's so many of you. You have numbed your pain enough to justify your complacent mediocrity, but you have neglected and you continue to neglect your purpose. Many men live lives of quiet desperation. Why? Because they're too comfortable to grow. And they're too comfortable to pursue purpose. And they're not in enough pain to change. And that is exactly how our capitalist society wants you. They want you plugged into the matrix in this illusory state of existence, feeding the system until you die. That is how this world wants you, and that is how our enemy, the devil, wants you. Lulled into hypnotic rhythm, lulled into a waking, zombified sleep. And guys like me, we're here to wake you up. But most of you don't want to wake up. Most of you will turn this video off and go back to sleep. For the boys, episode 29. Don't go back to sleep.